Tonight, we're diving deep into the political whirlwind of the last 24 hours, dissecting the stories that are shaping our world. From the halls of Congress to the streets of global capitals, we've got a lot to cover. So, buckle up, because we're about to navigate the breaking news, the heated debates, and the unexpected twists that are defining this moment in history. Let's get started. The United States Senate has thrust immigration reform into the spotlight, passing a comprehensive bill after months of contentious debate. This legislation, if enacted, would reshape the landscape for millions. But what exactly are the bill's key provisions, and what hurdles lie ahead on its path to becoming law? We'll break down the details, examining the potential impact on border security, pathways to citizenship, and the very fabric of American society. Across the Atlantic, the European Union has taken a decisive step, imposing sanctions on country X against a backdrop of escalating tensions. This move, signaling the EU's growing concern over country X's actions, has the potential to send shockwaves through the region. We'll examine the events that led to this decision, the specific sanctions being imposed, and the potential ramifications for both sides. Is this a step towards diplomacy, or a prelude to further conflict? We'll analyze the geopolitical chess game unfolding on the world stage. The streets of the capital city have become a battleground as outrage over new tax legislation boils over into widespread protests. Demonstrators argue that the new laws place an unfair burden on the people, while the government maintains they are essential for economic stability. We'll delve into the heart of this contentious issue, exploring the specifics of the tax legislation, the reasons behind the public outcry, and the government's response. Is this a temporary eruption of anger or a sign of deeper societal fissures? In a landmark moment for global cooperation, the International Climate Summit has concluded with a historic agreement aimed at tackling the climate crisis. World leaders have committed to ambitious targets for reducing emissions, investing in renewable energy, and protecting our planet for future generations. We'll break down the key elements of this agreement, exploring its potential to reshape industries, drive innovation, and mitigate the effects of climate change. This is a pivotal moment in the fight for our planet's future, and we'll be analyzing its implications from all angles. A political earthquake has shaken the nation as the Prime Minister announces their resignation in the wake of a growing scandal. The allegations, shrouded in secrecy and met with public outcry, have sent shockwaves through the political establishment. We'll delve into the details of the scandal, examining its impact on the Prime Minister's grip on power, and the potential consequences for the country's political landscape. Who will emerge from the shadows to fill the void? And what does this mean for the future of the nation? The Supreme Court has issued a landmark ruling on a pivotal healthcare case, a decision that could reshape access to medical care for millions. The case, closely watched by both sides of the aisle, has reignited the debate over healthcare as a fundamental right. We'll break down the court's ruling, exploring its potential to impact insurance coverage, pre-existing conditions, and the very fabric of the nation's healthcare system. This is a decision with far-reaching consequences, and we'll be dissecting its implications for everyday Americans. Country Y has conducted a missile test, defying international pressure and raising alarms across the globe. This provocative act, condemned by world leaders, threatens to escalate tensions in an already volatile region. We'll examine the details of the missile test, the international community's response, and the potential consequences for regional stability. Is this a show of force, a bargaining chip, or a dangerous escalation? We'll analyze the motivations behind Country Y's actions and the potential for diplomatic solutions. In a dramatic escalation of political tensions, the leader of the opposition party has been arrested during an anti-government demonstration. This move, condemned by human rights groups, has sparked outrage and fueled fears of a crackdown on dissent. We'll delve into the circumstances surrounding the arrest, the government's justification for its actions, and the potential implications for the country's already fragile political situation. Is this a sign of a government tightening its grip on power, or a necessary step to maintain order? Hopes for a trade deal between nations A and B have been dashed as negotiations reach a stalemate. The two economic powerhouses, locked in a battle over tariffs and trade barriers, have failed to find common ground, raising concerns about the potential fallout for the global economy. We'll analyze the sticking points in the negotiations, the economic interests at stake, and the potential consequences of a prolonged trade war. Will these nations return to the negotiating table, or are we witnessing the dawn of a new era of protectionism? A proposed policy on data privacy has ignited a firestorm of debate among lawmakers, pitting those concerned about individual liberties against those prioritizing national security. The policy, aimed at striking a balance between privacy and security in the digital age, has sparked fierce arguments about government surveillance, data collection, and the rights of citizens in the digital realm. We'll break down the key provisions of the proposed policy, exploring the arguments on both sides of this complex issue. Is this a necessary step to protect citizens in an increasingly interconnected world, or an overreach of government power? We'll delve into the heart of this debate, examining its potential to reshape the digital landscape. That's it for tonight, but the news cycle never sleeps. As we've seen, the political landscape is constantly shifting, with major developments unfolding around the clock. It's more important than ever to stay informed, to engage in thoughtful dialogue, and to hold our leaders accountable. Thanks for joining us on this journey through the day's top political headlines. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more updates on the latest political news. See you next time.